What's going on YouTube? Jamie the Kid00 here. I don't really know how to introduce this video because it's kind of new to me. I've been tinkering around with the Infernity archetype for a while because I've been trialing all the big decks of this format and I'm bored, so I felt like playing something a bit old. And now that Briannac's gone, Infernity's find it quite hard to do big loopy combos and generate massive advantage. But while I was on the bus to locals the other day, I ended up coming up with a little something on my phone. So I figured I may as well actually go through the combo on YouTube. Maybe other people have come up with it, maybe they haven't. It's fairly simple, it's not the most advanced combo in the world. I know Dueling Days came up with a much vaster combo that worked in the OCG, but we're missing quite a few things from it, and this is about the best combo I can get for advantage generation at the moment. So if anyone else has any Infernity combos that are valid in this current format, please feel free to message me them. As I come up with more, I will give you guys other videos showing you the combos, playing them out. But I've just outlined everything you're going to need in your deck / graveyard, whatever, right here, and I'll go through them right now. To begin this combo, you only want to have Infernity Mirage in hand, and you're going to need to use your normal summon to get it out, or have a way to special summon it to the field and have no cards in hand. Basically, you want this card to hit the field in your main phase 1. Your graveyard must consist of at the very least, 1 Infernity Archfiend, 1 Necromancer, 1 Knight, and 1 Avenger. If you have a Necromancer in grave, it will cut out the need for the Necromancer that will be needed in your deck, but for the moment we're just going to assume that the simplest state is this with 1 Necromancer in deck. For the deck, as I was just about to say here, you're going to need 1 Launcher, 1 Necromancer, 3 Barrier, and 1 Break. The Barriers and Break aren't essential, but these are what you're going to try and generate through this engine. Just free advantage to get these. And then from the extra deck, you're going to need 2 Leviers, 3 100 Eyes, 1 Doom Dragon, and 1 Scrap Dragon, all still in the extra to get this to work. You can do other variants of this maybe, but you'll see how important certain ones of these are as we go through the video. Right, that's all you're going to need, and now let's get on to the actual combination. Okay guys, I've tried to arrange the board the way you'd see it, but this is going to be quite awkward for me because I'm sitting over here, so I may accidentally put things down upside down, and I apologise for that. But either way, let's get on to the combo. So as I said, you're going to need Infernity Mirage in hand. So understandably, we're going to play it, or we're going to get it onto the field. So to start things off, we're going to tribute that Mirage to get out our Infernity Necromancer and our Infernity Archfiend. We're then going to use Archfiend's effect to search the deck for Launcher. We're then going to play the Launcher. We're then going to use Necromancer's effect to special summon Infernity Avenger. Then we're going to synchro them all together for the first 100 Eyes Dragon. Then we're going to use 100 Eyes Dragon's effect to copy Infernity Mirage's effect by banishing Mirage from the game. So we're just going to put it there. Then we're going to tribute 100 Eyes Dragon as if it were Mirage to activate its effect. We're then going to use 100 Eyes Dragon again to special summon Necromancer and the Archfiend. The Archfiend's effect is going to let us search 1 Necromancer to our hand. We're then going to use the Launcher to send the Necromancer to the graveyard, so it's essential that the Launcher does not get MST'd. This is why it's helpful sometimes to have this Necromancer already in the grave, because it cuts out the need for this to stay on the board. We're then going to use the Necromancer that's still on our field to get us a copy of Infernity Knight from the graveyard. This is why you have to play the Knight. You then exceed these two together for our first Levier the Sea Dragon. You can play it in attack mode or defense mode. Just for the simplicity of this video, I'm using it in defense mode. You're then going to detach a Necromancer to special summon Mirage from the Remove from Play zone. You're then going to use Mirage's effect again to special summon the 2 Necromancers that are in your graveyard now. You're going to use the effect of 1 of the Necromancers to special summon an Avenger. Then you're going to tune all 3 of these together for 100 Eyes Dragon, I believe. Yes, 100 Eyes Dragon. We're then going to use 100 Eyes Dragon's effect to copy the Mirage, which is now back in our graveyard. We're then going to tribute the 100 Eyes Dragon for the Archfiend and the Necromancer that we just used. Archfiend is now going to let us search our first copy of Infernity Barrier. Of course, we're going to set that so we can keep comboing. Next, we're going to use the effect of 1 of the Necromancers to bring back another Avenger. Then we are going to synchro again for Scrap Dragon. This is why you need the Scrap Dragon, because we don't have Briannac anymore. This was the way round Levier that I found. We're going to use Scrap Dragon. You also need your opponent to have 1 card on field, It's the one kind of letdown of this, because you need to be able to tribute this Levier with Scrap Dragon's effect and destroy one card on your opponent's field. Because that then enables you to use this Necromancer that's been live all this time to bring back a Knight, Xyz for another Levier, and then use this Levier to get back the Mirage. So we're going to detach the Necromancer again. God, this is really awkward upside down. And then we're going to use the Mirage's effect to get back the 2 Necromancers, I believe. Oh wait, no, looking at the board now, I just remembered it's got to be Necromancer and Archfiend. This Archfiend is then going to get us another copy of Barrier, which we're going to set. The Necromancer is now going to get us back our copy of Avenger. And then we're going to make another 100 Eyes Dragon. 100 Eyes Dragon's effect is now going to banish the Mirage, tribute the 100 Eyes, to get us back the Necromancer and the Archfiend again. The Archfiend is going to get our last copy of Barrier, which of course we're going to set again. We're then going to use the Necromancer. This is where it gets fairly loopy. And then we synchro for Infernity Doom Dragon. Now for all intents and purposes our loop is done. Well, not loop, combo is done. I keep calling it loop. And we're going to end with at least this board. But the way we can push forwards is, I haven't actually gotten out my Catastor. But, one moment. From here, depending on what you have access to in the graveyard, you can do a number of things. It all revolves around using this launcher you still have on board. You can send the launcher to get... I mean, looking at what we have right now, I would normally just go for Archfiend and Avenger. Because that Archfiend is then going to let us search out one Infernity break, because Infernity Barrier doesn't help us actually deal with summons. It can deal with effects, but it can't actually deal with monsters that just come out big and can run over things. So we're going to search for the break and set the break, because at least then we have an insurance policy against really big monsters. So this leaves us with a back row of all of this. And of course the Infernity barriers are completely live because you have an Infernity Doom Dragon on board. And this will become a game of Protect the Doom Dragon. Then we're going to synchro those two to make a la Justice Catastor. Now it would be just as easy in this situation to bring out, say, 2 Necromancers and make a Zen mains or something like that. But a combination like this will usually give you big damage and things like that. So it just gives you access to a various number of plays. You will always end with this kind of back row, so you're definitely pretty defended. Again, you just need to concentrate on defending this Doom Dragon, and with a back row like this, it's fairly certain that you're going to be able to defend it, and your opponent is not going to last very long because you've got Scrap Dragon bearing down on them. And you have ways, if you manage to protect the Levier as well, to bring back this Mirage and do all sorts of things if somehow things just go a bit pear-shaped. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed this. If I come up with any more combos, I will let you guys know. If you guys find a combo on the net that you want me to simplify, if it's only in text or if it's done on Dueling Network and you want me to do an actual video for it, send me a link and I'll see what I can do, because I really enjoy doing these Infernity combos. Otherwise, this has been Jamie the Kid 00 with Infernity combo number 1, shall we say? And I'll see you next time, and I'll be back with a deck list for this shortly. Peace out, YouTube.